Yo, 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 we're back. Oh man, hit us with a Darth Maul right off the bat. There we go. That's one way to start it. It
Yeah,
it your boy Hi-Fi Vega, joined by Dean as always. This is reverse polarity, and sometimes we talk about cardio stuff. Sometimes we just talk.
I just realized I was like, wait a minute, I think I put on the wrong glasses. I did. I'll just have to move back further.
You got two sets. You got to get the bifocals, man, with the transition.
I can't do I've tried transitions for about a day.
Yeah.
Because my eye doctor was like, you got to get transition. I was like, dude, they don't work for me. I'm not someone that does this. I side eye the hell out of things. and they're like, you'll get used to it. I go, I'm over 50 years old. I've been looking the way I use my eyeballs a certain way for the last, I don't know, my whole life. And you're thinking I'm going to change in like a month? Dude, I was never so sick wearing. I was like, oh my God.
It took Cassie a minute to like depth perception was a little off.
Oh, I couldn't wear them. I was like,
listen, the secret is I need them too. But
yeah.
But hey, well,
I don't, I have no problem like wearing old guy glasses where you have the little readers in the bottom. I'm fine with that. I would do it. I don't care. I mean, as it is now, I don't see, like when I get to work, I put those on so I can see where I'm at. And I just can't see for the rest of the day. So
I got a pair that's like the distance.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm watching TV, if I put them on, I'm like, oh, this is what high def actually looks like.
Yeah. So you're nearsighted. So I'm nearsighted by my whole life.
Yeah.
And so I need these so I can see over there. And as you get older, the autofocus obviously in your eyeballs just doesn't work like the way it used to. And so, yeah, kind of sucks.
That's how it goes.
So,
but we're back. I've caught up on Car Stereo Talk.
Really?
So I listened to like 3 or 4 episodes in a row.
Wow.
So I was backlogged. I hadn't heard them. So a lot of great content. If you guys aren't subscribed, go check it out. It's really good to have 2 knowledgeable people, but also have different opinions on a lot of things.
I think we do that just by just because it would be boring. And I'm good. Like Fernando and I always will disagree on things, even if we disagree. So it's like it's real easy to do that. Honestly, the funniest part, the hardest part about the podcast is keeping it somewhat positive.
Right.
Because and we've done a couple, and we did like a couple back to back that were just I was like, damn, we were so negative in that. Like, man, we need to. I told Brian, I said, like, we need to like cut it back to like maybe one negative every couple months, because man, we just like, wow.
I'll tell you, listen, I have one. There was one episode when you guys were talking about, I think it was about builders and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And Brian kept saying artesian.
Yes.
Did he mean artisan?
Yes.
But you never corrected him, and I know you knew it.
No.
I know you.
Yes. Listen, the reality is
that's a good yes and man right there.
I mean, like I was telling you, the reason why I was like, we were right on like a little late was he called me because I hadn't texted him. We talk almost every other day. Okay. And I haven't talked to him probably since Monday, and it's Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's like, because like stupid shit like this. And hold on. So then we got a stupid mistake like that. This is right. And then this one turned out pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so, I've been, and then I have, I don't know how many of these I have. Like, these are like, because we're just, So anyways, I've been busy, not doing everything, but doing everything. And so, yeah, that sucks.
It just cracked me up, and I was like, he keeps saying artesian is something
it's about water.
Yeah, it's like a water well dug in a specific manner.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this is driving me.
No, but there again, you got to let that happen though.
Oh yeah, you do.
You got to let it happen, because the reality is there's only going to be like 4 people that figure it out.
Right.
And they're going to be like, Oh, that's just what it's called because it's Brian, so it has to be artesian.
What there was a long time where I used to say right off the bad instead
Right
of
off the
bat.
bat.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so right off the bat.
yeah, like I've been guilty of this myself. And it's like when you talk every week on a podcast and someone brings up and it's like, bro, I don't remember that. Like I've
Well,
said so many things.
yeah. Well, it's like toss link,
Yeah.
tosh link.
Yeah.
I add the H. I add the H just because I know it irritates the hell out of people.
What's like
Because
I've told you the story of my friend convincing me that esoteric was pronounced esoteric. So for probably, when esoteric was a big brand out there, probably like 5 years, I was calling it esoteric until someone at the shop was like, "You mean esoteric?" And I was like, "No, no, no, it's like esoteric, we know what esoteric is." He's like, "No, it is esoteric."
so Brian was saying artesian and he meant artisan. Just to
Yeah.
catch up, Jason. No, the other one I like is focal.
Oh, I actually for some reason got that one right off the bat.
Focal, yeah.
Yeah,
Very French.
but yeah, a lot of people call it focal. Yeah.
Want moral speakers.
That could just be someone's southern accent too.
Moral. Got some morals.
Yeah.
But what kind? You want support? You want like good, bad, and different? I mean,
the morals with that.
Yeah, what do you mean? So yeah, I mean, listen. So what's in the name, right?
Yeah.
And it's so the company that makes some of the worst names on the planet is Metra. So Metra has their new radios they're coming out with. And for the life, I will never get these right. It's the line between the conductor and the orchestra is what it is. I don't, to me, I look at it, proscenium. It's proscenium. Okay. Just popped in there random. Because I look at it and I see Prometheus.
Right.
But I know it's not, and because it's not spelled anywhere, but I just my brain goes, lots of letters.
I do that I skim almost everything I read, so I do that quite a bit.
Yeah. So proscenium is the name of their new radios. Who in their right mind is going to get that right? Hey, y'all got them new prosoniums? You got those you got that new P radio? Modus. There's another one. Modus. Like you just look at go modus, like modus operandi, and you're like, which just saying that sounds stupid. Like no one uses that in a sentence. What's your modus operandi? Like,
well, I was gonna say that's the only situation where I could use that in a sentence.
And that's what it's named after. Is that?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Persimmon radio.
Yeah, you got them Percy's.
Yeah, gel audio.
You got that Prometheus. Yeah. Got that Jello.
Yeah. Oh man.
So Grundig. Oh yeah, another one. Yeah, Grundig was good. Gundig. Well, I mean, you got that Dig radio. I mean, like, first thing is you didn't even bother to say. You just said, "Hey, Stinger had a special on some radios. Really nice. What's the brand?" Stinger had a great deal on some radios that we bought. Why won't you tell me? Because it's a dumb name. It's the manufacturer's name. These are the people that build these things to sell to everybody else, okay? Yeah. And they didn't relabel it. It's like they should have put any name on it, but they just Grundig had pallets of these things, and they were like, "Finally, COVID, we get to sell these." Woo!
Which like you go on Amazon and they'll have I think Derek tested one that was called Top Dawn.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay,
sure, man.
Top Dawn, sure. It is, sure. And they have a full line. And it's kind of wild.
Well, what is it? The new one, Longhorn, aka Goldhorn.
Oh, Goldhorn. That's the new hype. That was the new hotness last year that everybody.
Oh yeah, no. So Orca, Fokelma's going to Gladen. Orca is now the reps for Longhorn, Goldhorn. Okay. I just call it Longhorn. I'm not. Yeah. I'm over it. So we're getting. And Joseph, your boy Joseph.
Yeah.
Mr. Norton is. He's got to figure out how to talk that language now that he's taking over for Wingate at Orca. So he's stepping into the majors. Mess with the bull, you get the gold horns, or you get butter and bread. I mean, I prefer the butter and bread. I like their version of the bloomin' onion, the pellets or the petals, onion petals.
They are pretty good, but let me tell you, the rattlesnake bites, hit and miss. Sometimes them dudes are hot.
Yeah, their shrimp are good too. The shrimp that they do, I don't know, with the jalapenos and shit.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all Haley I get when we go there. We get a side salads. We split a side salad. Or no, we get side salads of our own, and then we split whatever the shrimp are.
And then you got to eat like 4 rolls.
No, but yes,
man, got to eat.
I would.
Yeah,
but had Longhorn. Yeah, of course you did.
Down here, listen, you've seen the area I live in, so for whatever reason, Longhorn is packed every single time, so you can't get in there. So I rarely go. Yeah, I don't like waiting for mediocre food.
No, I don't either. But
if you can just get right in there, it's like, oh, heck yeah.
Sue really likes it. I prefer Cody's. See, she likes prime rib, and so like Cody's Roadhouse has with no more peanuts, which I'm fine with. They have prime rib she likes, and I like it because they have good chicken tenders, and they have white gravy to go on the mashed potatoes, which come on, man, it's like joy. But have you ever heard of Jollibees? Since we're talking about food,
yeah.
Wrong show, but
I had it when we went to California the other year. That's the first time I ever had it.
Yeah, so we have one in Largo, so it's about half hour from here. So we'll get it every now and then and bring it home. Dude, it's so good.
It is good.
So
and the mashed potatoes are even good.
Well, they have rice and mashed potatoes, and then they have brown gravy, and they only have dark meats. They only have legs and thighs.
Yeah,
and it's either regular or spicy. It's so good.
It is good.
Anyways, let's stop talking about food because
you just done the clean wire challenge. You were at what was it, Master Tech?
No, that's next week.
That's next week. So you were at Knowledge Fest then.
No, I was. So Knowledge Fest was a couple weeks back. Why I didn't come last week is we had the Disney Princess run.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So
the Clean Wire challenge is next week then.
Yes, that's why Vera is all excited to be part of this because he's a competitor.
And I told him, I was like, you got to represent for the chat, man. Everybody's in the to represent.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to come through with his shirt. Not gonna lie. might have to cut to and tape him.
Dude, he could squeeze in.
Okay. I need him to be flexible.
Yeah, he's going to represent, but we're actually going to be off 2 weeks because I got some work travel. So I'll be in Georgia. So you got 2 weeks off. Well, I say off, but you're always doing something.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm so 3 weeks after. So Knowledge Fest Master Tech is next week, and then I have like 3 weeks, and then I go for 2 weeks, which is like I cannot freaking wait to get out of here. So
that's the trip in the middle of
so my time has been spent trying to separate the two because the brain never stops, which is really kind of painful right now. I can just wear my work shirts. No, just dress normal. Don't wear no. Dude, they didn't pay for your trip. Don't bring them. Just leave them at home. I mean, unless you just want to be like, haha, bitch, Circuit City in the house. I mean, sorry, Best Buy in the house.
Now that would be a move. Circuit City. The last Circuit City employee alive.
I mean, this was under my chair. Okay.
Well, listen, let's be honest, though. I mean, no shade towards Chris, but Circuit City, in my opinion, was always better than Best Buy.
Oh, yeah.
First audio went. Yeah.
Dude, the old OG Circuit City, hands down, one of the best AV experiences ever. And I'm talking the original one where they had the circle.
Yeah, the circle.
Yeah, the island in the middle.
Yeah,
and all the little dovetail. I mean, luckily when you walked right in, there was car audio. So it was like, I never really got much past that. You know, every now and then you'd walk back
Well,
just to see
I
how
walk to the
expensive
home
TVs were.
audios. I could never afford this, but this sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Our Circuit City was building SPL vehicles, which was crazy. They had
I could see that.
an MTX SPL vehicle with 72 tens in it. So it was pretty cool. First window I ever seen in person break.
Oh,
audio.
I mean, back then though, you could do that. Like the insurance wasn't crazy. You know, you didn't have to worry about somebody cutting their hands off because everyone just was like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
You know, put a Band-Aid on it. You'd be like, "Okay."
Right.
Now it's like it's kind of like locking your doors. If you grew up in the 70s, it's like, why do we have locks on our houses?
Yeah.
And then by the 80s, you're like padlocks and security
Yeah.
system and shotguns and
What's like
you know.
it's like we didn't know that there was 35 serial killers in our area.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we know.
He seemed like such a nice kid. Dude, he's raping them all on the weekends.
Exactly. Wearing their skin as a mask.
Yeah, for sure. It's so crazy. Wow, this took a turn. No, I'm excited. I'm narrowing my list down. I'm spinning my list down into almost being done with, like, today Fernando and I talked out the 3D class that we're doing. We spun it down to an actual, this is what we're going to do, because that was hard. And then Brad's class, the class that Brad and I are doing, we kind of figured out how we're going to structure that class. So, you know, we can optimize the time and get as much information out. So, and I'm really looking forward to doing this with Brad. It's going to be, we're posing it as a, you know, as an installer. What would it be like to do an installation, but have the engineer that designs the product right there in the install bay with you, so that you can go, what is this?
Yeah.
Who did that? Why does this work or it doesn't work? You know, like, explain this to me. Explain. And so, like, we're going to do a big section on, which I cannot wait. We're going to do a big section on high level to low levels adapters. Because I feel that it, like, I had a guy call me today. God bless his heart. He seems like a really nice guy, spending money, he's doing his thing. But what did you do? LC7i Pro in front of a D6 1200.
LC7i, that's all you need.
LC7i Pro.
Ooh.
Pro, new one, line driver, in front of a D6 1200, because he didn't feel like he could get enough volume out of the 6 1200. And I'm like, and he's got the LC7i turned all the way up.
Oof.
And I'm like, dude, did you not see page 1 on the software? It goes 12 dB. It's got a 12 dB line driver, not fucking 12 dBs. What the fuck did you tap into?
He wanted zero gain.
Oh, fuck me. He's like, I couldn't get enough out of the amplifier. So I figured I put the LC in front. I go, it's the same fucking thing. In my head, externally, I go, okay, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, I think I want to get 2 Falcons. And I go, 1 for each hand. Yeah, that'd be great. You can send them after mice. It'll be awesome. Jesus Christ. No, Jose Christos was not around that day. No, he was out on the beach in Guadalajara going, this is nice. It's quiet right now.
The answer is always an LC something.
Yeah.
Generation. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Zero gain. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I do have a loosely based topic here.
Yeah.
And I have some items to put in here.
Okay.
And maybe you could think of some as we go through. So let's share the screen. The topic is the best deals in car audio in 2026.
Okay.
So let me preface this by saying this is not the best watt per dollar or the loudest that you can get in 2026. This is what I think is the best value for money, in my opinion, and things that I've had somewhat experience with.
Okay.
And one that I haven't experienced with, but I do know is of quality. So let's start with this one here. How about this one, which I think is the best deal in DSP right now? One of the best deals.
I mean, if you want, okay, if you want a full DSP, like if you want Mac Daddy, non-Chinese, hand designed, in-house. I mean, I don't know if they use their hand. I mean, on a keyboard. If you want an in-house design from scratch DSP, for sure. This is
I mean, $1,100. A
yeah.
decent DSP is going to cost you 600
And you
minimum.
can probably get it for 1050 because I mean, it might have gone up $40 since it came out. Originally, it was 1049. It probably went up,
Right.
Obviously, with whatever the hell is going on in the world. No, it's fantastic. The biggest thing I did, the Brad knows is, I don't like silver tops.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not a breaking point for me, but personally,
Wow.
the silver top drives me off the wall. He says, "Well, if you want one, I'll get you a black top." And I go, "I do, and I think I have one. I might have. I think I have one." But I was like, I kind of got to keep it silver because if we're showing them to people,
Right. See what
I
it's
got
like.
to have
You know,
the
a lot of
silver
people
top.
paint these because they've done this on their older lines as well.
Yeah, well, they used to be black, and then they made them silver, and then they sold more. So I'm in the minority.
Yeah.
I am definitely in the minority. And they're like, you could like whatever you want, but we have the numbers that say that people like the silver. And I go, well, then go with your numbers. I don't care. I just, I would
Yeah.
like it red. Aha, take that, bitch.
Well, just if
See,
you look at
exactly like Melissa said, I think they look nice. Yes.
there you go.
Yeah. I listen. I know when I'm just different. I mean, let's be honest. We all know that.
I mean,
But
listen,
yeah, definitely
it's the shoes.
hands down, best value in its category. I mean, there are cheaper
Right.
DSPs, obviously,
Right.
but there's not one that has it's like that background and that support and that software.
And the power, it's got a decent amount of power, 50 watts by 8 at 4 ohms, 85 at 2. You can
Shut up,
bridge it, of
Chris.
course. It's got, I mean, it's got the features you need.
No, it's fantastic. For
right.
sure. I would concur with this one.
Yeah. So I have another option here that for someone a little more budget minded that may want a little more power for the sub, and it's on sale right now, and it's been on sale for a while because it's a little bit of an older one. But I think the Audio Control D51300 at $900, pretty solid deal. Although you only get 4 channels of DSP or 4 channels for your front stage.
Yeah, and it only has one RC output.
Yeah,
which is, whatever. No, we used a shit ton of those. It's a really nice amplifier. Like back in the day, we sold the hell out of them. I think retail on that used to be like $6 or $7.99 when it first came out before, and I know it's been as much as like $12.99.
Yeah.
So at $8.99, leveling out at $8.99 after the last 4 years is actually a pretty good deal.
And it's got 100 watts by 4.
Oh no, the subsection on that is insane. I mean, it's
500 watts.
It says 500. It'll do 600 to 800 watts easy. Yeah, that thing's a beast.
And it's a little bit bigger, but it's
not that much bigger. I think the thing on that throws a lot of people off is it's got a 0 gauge input. When reality is it's just a 4 gauge. But so the 61200, the 1500.1, and the 51300 are built off of the same chassis.
Right.
And so they had to put 0 gauge terminals, even though the 1500 is really the only one that needs them. They had to put 0 gauge terminals on all of them because of the way they would have to build a different end plate, and they don't want to do that. So
right, I wouldn't either. But for this money, I think it's a pretty good value. If I mean, listen, I would always spend the 300 more and get the 808 arc, but if you need it all in one package, this is a decent deal.
Yeah. And this is why we would like to see like an LX with a DSP built into it, because the 71300 to me, dude. So Kicker 71300 is like, it's the dream amp for a very long time. Okay, It's not the 7-channel that I want because it's center channel and blah blah blah, but has this huge subwoofer section, and then it's got 6 channels of everything else, and it's like, this is perfect. It's like a really badass. Somebody took like a really badass 8-channel and said, "No, man, this is for sub. This is, and it's like, so it's got all kinds of staggered power. It's got 4 high power channels, 2 low power channels, and a huge subwoofer. And the only thing it has is time correction and crossover. And you're going, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. And I can't tell you how many of them I'll put those in a Chevy and I'll pair it up with the Metra interface, because the Metra interface has a DSP. Right. Though not the greatest DSP by any stretch of the imagination, and they're also doing away with it now because they're like, yeah, we're not a DSP company. We're just gonna make modules like everybody else. And you're like, yay, but damn it.
Well, it's like a nice feature to have in the stead of something else. Like, well, I've got a basic DSP here, so I can.
And honestly, it's like the only thing I use is the EQ.
Yeah,
because the time correction and the crossover and the kicker are so much better.
Yeah,
and it's not like if you're doing that and that's your DSP, you're not, we're not like you're not doing that. You're not. You're it's a different customer. If you're gonna be going, I'm like, all right, well, we need to open the wallet. You need some real shit. So
yeah. So that's going. I do have kicker on this on quite a few spots. So I didn't want to overload it, but let's share this one. I think, and I've said it so many times on here, I think that this is one of the best amps for the money that you can get for basic. For the basic guy, for the guy that is not going to be pointing.
The reality is that amp is for one person.
And
somebody that wants to
is most everybody.
Cheap. Yeah. No, it's for the guy that's cheap. It's really all it is. So
it's me, like me. I actually really like.
No, listen, I'm not knocking that guy. I'm doing back-to-back kicker keys right now. Like we literally just did one in a Pro Master yesterday, and we're doing another one in a Civic today. 2 key systems back-to-back, which is fine. But they're buying them because you get EQ DSP and it's tunable that I don't have to charge you for. It's like an eighth of the price because it's just more or less 15 minutes as opposed to 2 hours. So, that's budget wise, you can't beat it. But the guy buying this is the guy that was like, I want a system for $3,500. And you're going, okay, I have just the stuff for you.
Right. And because it's the price of, that's what a 4-channel amp's going to cost you anyways.
Yeah.
Like if you go and look up an Alpine 4-channel or a Kenwood 4-channel, it's going to be that or a little bit more for that price without the same features. Now it might be a little bit more power, but honestly,
so my biggest complaint on all of these is I need to go to DigiKey and order the plugs for them because I hate their plugs. I want to make my own plugs. I'm like, I told Fernando today we were running out. I gotta order these plugs, man. I am sick and tired of using their plugs. Like they suck.
Listen, they can't be as bad as the JL Audio plugs.
Oh no, they're fine. They're Molex. They're normal plugs. I'm just saying, I want to, because it's always, it's always the 3 amplifiers back to back. It's a key lock 200, 500, and I just want to make one harness that I can just plug into all, because they always sit right next to one another. It's not like they're going all over the car. I just want to make one plug that just goes click. And then I really wish, the thing that kind of sucks, but I know why they did it, is on the key lock, it has RCA outputs. And it's fine. But I really wish it was a pigtail so that I could just make one clip. That would be so sweet, because as it is right now, I have to cobble this thing together and dangle it off with RCAs. And it's like...
My only beef with the pair of keys is, well, I've got several, but this is one of them, that the 500 is much wider, and it just messes with my eye. Even though they had to do it to get the power, it's understandable. They wanted to make the 4-channel as small as possible because it's going to be more used.
Yeah. Well, remember the 4-channel came first, so it was, the 500 was just kind of like, hey, we can do this, and it's like, okay. Oh no, I do, but shut up, Chris. Trust me, I do, but I there, as we all know, there's a certain amount of crazy in the way I work, and I would just be like, if I could do this streamlined really nice, I would want to do that. But I can't. So anyhow, it doesn't bother me as much as it did originally, just because like where we're putting these things, every inch counts. So I'm fine with it not
And I've
being.
never used the pairs, so I don't know why it bothers me. I have used a 5 and I'm using a 501 right now.
Mhm.
I've used a ton of 204s, but never together, so I don't even know why it bothers me, but just looking at it
Yeah,
bothers
it
me.
does. It doesn't bother me anymore. The thing that bothers me is that they make the new Marine version of the key 500.1 that is not a key, even though, anyways. And it's a conformal coded version of the amplifier, and it costs like $50 more with no key technology. And I'm going, conformal coding costs that much? And they're like, yeah. And I go, well, crap, because I would really like to sell this amplifier, but I'm not going to ask someone to pay more for a feature they're never going to use and a feature they're going to lose. Because if I'm doing a key lock, a key 501 is kind of counterproductive.
Right, yeah.
But is it? It is. Yeah, sure. Okay. Maybe. But yeah. Oh well.
Depends
But
on
the
depends
next,
on
we're going for size. So like an 800, a CS 800.1 or 500.1 or 400.1 is too big.
yeah.
So it's like, damn it, like I can't win here. So yes, every inch counts.
That's what she said, he said, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go into one here. Another
You
one.
win.
We're gonna go to Subwoofer here.
Oh, this is where you lose me.
How about the powered punch?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The P300, dude. These things for the money, absolute
Dude, for
bangers,
whatever. It
dude.
doesn't matter. You ain't paying for that much bass.
Dude, these things are bangers right here.
Yeah.
And I've heard the 10-inch and the 12-inch, and don't they have an upgraded model? I think
they have the 500. They have a 12 500 that's ported.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that, but I bet that thing's an absolute.
No.
Or is it really not?
No. Like for the difference in price? No.
Yeah. It's
I
like
would just stick with the 300.
almost.
Fernando gets so disappointed when we have to do that over the 12.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he's like, oh, what a waste. And I'm like, I didn't even realize it's $120 more. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, these are, you're getting a lot of bang for the buck with these for sure.
Oh yeah, we sell the hell out of them. I like it too. So one of the things I like about that is like if I get a guy that comes in and is doing a three-way up front, they want rear, but they're like, I don't want a crazy ton of bass. And I go, oh, I got it, dude. No problem. X2 808, P300, done. And they just look at you like, what? I go, yeah, here's your sub. It's got an amp built into it. We can DSP, do all that crap. I don't care. But we can get you three-way up front and rears and a sub. And that is a hell of a lot cheaper than doing another amp and a subwoofer. So,
and it's a really nice looking enclosure too. It's well built. It's a nice enclosure.
Dean, was the kicker key lock content pushed from kicker? No, the kicker key lock. Okay, so kicker pays us to be not for. Believe it or not, kicker pays us not to make content. More so, like we don't work for the advertising side of kicker. We work for the marketing side. We work for the engineering side. We do release products for them, but by behest of a different part of kicker. But we're also, our role with kicker is as consultants more so than that. Now, with that being said, part of the roles of a consultant is to look at a problem and go, we should fix this. And we do the live shows Mondays and Saturdays, and a couple weeks back we had done one, and the conversation never left the key lock. And it was like, okay, I think we've done all of these before, but let's do it one more time, and let's break it down into single videos that are like purpose built videos that here's the problem, here's how it fixes it, so that because let's be honest, like everyone's problem is unique, even though it's not, it's always unique. Like I'm special, you're not special, I'm special, you know, or you know, and I'm saying that figuratively, not that I'm not special, I'm just a guy. But you know, when you have a problem, I'm the only one with the problem. I'm the only one who's ever had this problem. So, you know, we wanted to do content that showed the biggest three problems that we hear and be like, here's how this addresses it. And so that's what that was. That was more to, and also when people ask us a question like, how does this work? And you go, watch the video.
Yeah. What and
And
people don't understand the key lock. They
no,
don't understand what it's doing. So
no, God, no. Like if I have to hear one more person be like, "Oh, you got put an LC2I Pro in there and that'll fix it." It's like, no, dipshit, it won't. You know, and then how do I make that video?
yeah.
Like, how do I make that video to show like here's what an LC2I Pro does? Because there is a world that matters.
Yeah.
Okay, but I would just buy an Epicenter. Like if I was buying any, I would buy an Epicenter. I mean, Epicenter Pro, be done with it. Like it doesn't make any sense to buy anything but an Epicenter Pro.
Yeah.
But with that being said, yeah. So those were videos that we knew we needed to make, and we could make them all in one big batch. Like we stayed late, I think 3 or 4 hours, shot all those videos back to back. And trust me, we're sitting there going, man, we got to reprogram the key every freaking time we do this. God, damn it. Because, you know, we were, you know, we had to make those problems.
Yeah.
And so, you know, off screen, there was a Blackbird, and because it's like we needed, so we had plenty of standalone DSPs, but we needed to have something that had power.
Yeah.
So we know what the factories look like because they do it all the time. We look at those constantly. So, you know, we know what this is going to look like. So we would just make those problems, remake those problems, which is, it's a Brian trick. When Brian is teaching you how to DEQ something and re-EQ something, to literally just put two DSPs together, one that's screwed up, and use the other one to fix it. You know?
Yeah.
So that's essentially what we did, is we put the Blackbird into play and programmed it in a way that would be a mess, and then just let the key do its thing. So
yeah, and they're good.
Yes, and the RTA visuals, and that
was
again,
what I was going to mention. You guys literally sell the perfect tool to show what the key's doing,
and that's the part of it that I like.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because then people will buy the IRTA and be like, "Hey, I can see this shit now," and it's like, yeah it's right there, boom,
perfect.
Yeah. So,
and it's good to have it in the catalog, because, you know, I've said it many times before. If I run into a problem, I usually put 5-star car stereo on whatever the problem is, and if you guys got it tagged, about 70% of the time it pops up. So
yeah, so we created the all pass filter. Okay, so keep in mind, all right, so all pass filter. We all kind of understand what they are. No, we don't. But so an all pass filter is an inversion. So there's an all pass filter 1 and 2, type 1, type 2, diabetes, and or high blood pressure. I don't know. I feel like call it. Type 2 is what we see 99% of the time. Type 1 is very unique, and those are usually only used at the very extremes of there. But if you're going to put one type in, you might as well put both types in. In order to negate, not fix, negate an all pass filter, if it is on one side, you put the same filter on the other side. And when you have two negatives, what does it make?
There you go.
A positive.
Yeah.
So we, as an industry, if we have an all pass filter type 2 on the driver's side at 240 hertz, to counter that, we put an all pass filter type 2 at 240 hertz on the passenger side. And then and when the sound is traveling at that point, both are out of phase. So now they're both back in phase. And so we see that as a perfectly linear thing. Now, is it perfect? No. But does it look perfect? Yeah. So also point to a lot of people with the 5-star. Yes, thank you. We appreciate it. We really do. So yeah. So So we wanted to show the key lock doing that because for $250, that's the bargain. That is the best high level, low level adapter money can buy.
Yeah.
Period. I don't care. And if the only complaint somebody has is, well, it's only 2-channel, buy 2.
Yeah.
Buy 2. It's still $300.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
screw rear.
It's like without your guys' video, I wouldn't have understood what the Key 200.4 did. Because we had Kip on 12E Talk talking about it, and I didn't understand it until I seen your video. Still,
so okay. So here's the thing. Like, here's Chris Vera. He's an installer, been doing it for a long time, hangs out with us, knows everybody, and we've talked about this a million times. Okay, and this conversation we just had, and me explaining it yet again, which is cool because I love doing it. I will repeat myself until everybody understands. I don't care. And I will change it up because maybe the words I'm using don't make any sense. It happens. But my point is he just finally got it. And it's like, oh, okay. So that's what that is. But that's kind of the overall problem with the industry is that we're afraid to ask, right? Because we'll look stupid. And it's like, okay, I don't mind looking stupid. I mean, hi, I'm Darth Maul. Draw that one, Chris. Haha. Yeah, from scratch. Actually, what's funny about this? So, Dr. Squash?
Mm-hmm.
They made a Star Wars pack of soap.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody got it for me on my 50th birthday. It's been sitting in a box over here. And I was like, when I rearranged this a little bit, I was like, I'm throwing that away. So there's a bar of soap sitting on my counter that has a little tiny head that's like this big, and it's this. I've been staring at it for like 2 months now, and I go, I should really make that out of 3D print it. And so instead of doing my real work last night, I made that for Master Tech Expo, and from an image that big.
Someone got me a Dr. Squatch gift pack thing.
Yeah,
and the deodorant from it was really good, and it was like a travel size.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I like this deodorant. It lasts all day and it smells good, dude. The deodorant's $14.
Yeah,
so I bought it like twice. I was like, it's not that good. I can go with the $7 deodorant.
Yes, hence the advanced tab. Mm-hmm. No, this like I said, this I drew from scratch. This is not anything you find on Maker Lab. I use Maker Lab to make toys for kids. Or apparently extra large bookmarks. Okay.
I have another one. Let's see what you think about this one.
I'm giving you a hard time, Chris, but I'm also proud of you. Okay.
L7T shallow subs. I think they're a very good value for the amount of performance you get out of them for a shallow sub.
I'll have to take your word for that. This is the one category in all of it, which is funny, that I spend zero time on. Like, I have no idea what subwoofers actually sell for anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's weird. I go, you need those, and they go, okay, because it's like I don't sell like a subwoofer. I can't sell on price because I have to sell it on performance. It's like, what do you want to do? I want to take up this much space and I want a lot of bass. All right, well, you need this. How much is it? I don't know. Who does it matter? It ticks your box. It ticks your box. So shut up and buy it. Do you think in the future everybody's gonna have at least one 3D printer in their house so they can make everyday comment? I mean, if we all saw Star Trek, eventually we're just gonna replicate things. Make 3D food and all kinds of crap like that. I think this is just look. 3D printers are the hotness right now. I want what's coming next. Yeah. I really do.
I'd like to have one just to replace parts on the Troopers that are not sold.
The funny thing about 3D printers is that there's two types of 3D printer people. There's 3D printer people that buy them, like he said, to have around the house because Maker Lab and there's so many good places to get files from. Like, when my little buddy sits there and says, I want a Grandma Yaha or where the hell it was, and I go, I don't even know what that is, and I type it into my phone, and I say 3D, and one comes up, and it cost me $2 to buy the file. I go, okay, buy the file, print it for him. I'm a hero, you know, and it's so cool. But to me, a 3D printer, like most people, which is the second type of user, is it's just a device, and that's the light that's on right there is the 3D printer. It's just a device to help whatever I'm thinking come into being.
Yeah.
You know, and some of us think way more than others. Like I like that. You got a scanner. What are you scanning? It's like, okay, yeah, I have a scanner. I don't have a good one though, so it sucks. But why? What do you want me to build you? I mean, you know, everyone assumes they get a 3D printer and they're gonna be printing A-pillars.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, nah, it doesn't work that way. You know, but everyday items around your house, yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, I don't, but
there was
Christmas time I did. Haley drove over our Christmas lights in the yard, her candy cane, and took out the holders for them. So I quickly 3D printed some new holders. You know.
Have you ever heard of Linus Tech Tips?
No.
You haven't heard it? It's like one of the biggest tech tip channels on YouTube. They've had a ton of employees. A lot of them have left and start their own. So there's a specific one called Zip Tie Tuning who left, and they're into cars, and they do tech stuff as well. But they were doing an install. First of all, Zip Tie Tuning. I mean, it's already in the name. But they were doing an install on their Golf R. He 3D printed a front sub enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
And it was being an audio guy myself, there's like a lot of things that I would change about his design and everything, but it was pretty cool. And it's for someone that's not like in the car audio space. But they did get advice from PS Sounds, somebody that works for PS Sounds. So I was like, oh, okay.
So Andy, in the new Volvo build that he just finished, there's 4 subwoofers, one in each corner of the car for each person, and he 3D printed all the boxes for his subwoofers that are going in the corners of the car, because he's doing spatial sound in it. So like wherever you're sitting in the car, you're gonna have your own little sound going on.
Yeah.
I guess. And so he 3D printed all the sub enclosures for those, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of neat stuff you can do. But it's not, he's been doing 3D design for like the last 10 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
You know, the struggle is real. I use 3D printers for what I want to do. And that's when I learn what I want to do. Like if there's something I want to build, I just figure out how to build it, you know, and that's that, you know. Vera, you know, I've called him a couple times, and then I go, oh, I got it. And he'll be like, oh shit, damn it. Man.
Listen, sometimes you just need someone to listen to what you're saying so you can talk yourself through it. Oh, I did. Yeah. Melissa, yes, this was part of it. So he's upgraded his A-pillars that he built in this video I was talking about.
Yeah.
And he had the K3s in there, and he took out and put Blam in there. Which Blam? I haven't heard many. I've heard
he worked for Focal.
Yeah, but I've heard them, but they're not. I don't know. I just haven't. Maybe I haven't heard the best Blam setup out there. Yeah.
I mean, the reality is you took out one good speaker and put another good speaker in.
Yeah, they're still.
You know, we all do. I'm not going to hate anybody for that, because we all do stupid shit like that. I mean, we literally go, I have this amazing sounding system. Let's take it out and do it again. What are we going to use this time? I don't know. Let's find something else amazing to use. Yeah. I got no problem with that. I mean,
well, the mid range were messed up when he got them, because he got them off Facebook Marketplace. So he had a full.
Oh wait, now he bought some used shit.
No, not the Blams. I think the Blams might have been sent to him. He didn't disclose that, but the K3s he bought used. Yeah, so. But yeah, it was a cool video, especially that he did a really good job on the pillars for someone that's that doesn't do this kind of thing. So,
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay. Look, I mean, dude, A pillars are probably some of the most like if you how to build your own A pillars. There's probably 1,000, if not 2,000, videos on how to design and
oh
build
yeah,
A
yeah,
pillars for anything you want to do. It really, and the reality of it is, this is the one thing that's different between a professional and a DIY guy is time. Okay, like if you've got the time, if you've got nothing but time, you should be able to make something perfect. You know, professionals have a timetable, meaning, all right, how many hours am I going to spend on this? That's what I'm ability for. You're not getting anything better. Usually do because, a lot of installers are like, oh, I'm going to do all this cool shit. Some of the coolest A pillars I've ever seen were designed by this company out in Orlando called Ultimate Audio. I think Joe LeBon is the guy that owns it. They're not even, they're called Ultimate Audio. They don't really do audio anymore. They work on, like, they bought a car dealership and that's where they do business out of. But they do like Bentleys and Rolls and Ferraris, and they just do high end upgrade. It's like the goofball out in
Unique Whips,
California. What's
West
Coast Custom? It's like West Coast. If West Coast Customs was a real business,
right? And
that'd be Ultimate Audio.
Yeah.
But they made these A pillars to go in one of the reps trucks, and they looked gorgeous. Oh my god, they were so gorgeous. They had acrylic in them, they had lights and carbon fiber, and it was like, dude, these are like, you just look at them and go, those are like $5,000 A pillars. Those things are so amazing. And you know where they screwed up? They didn't aim them.
Oh, really?
They're aimed at the ceiling. They sounded so bad. They sounded like shit. I'm sitting in the car with Nick, and Nick is like, what are you doing? I'm trying to figure out where these tweeters are going. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, these sound like shit. Like, dude, literally, they're aimed at, what are they aiming them at the third brake light in the back of the car? Like, the sound station.
They went for form over function.
Yeah. It sucks.
Yeah. It's like making A pillars, in my experience, not too bad. Wrapping them where they look factory, very bad. That's tough for me. Wrapping them to look factory, in the materials I've used. So
when you have tweeter pods that come out like this,
yeah,
there is no factory.
Right. And the ones I built weren't like that. They were I'm over there making a small little tweeter mount and then bondoing it, and
yeah.
Hey,
I just laser cut a cool grill to go over it and heat thermal form, big word, to the side of the thing. Go, there you go.
There you go. That's done. A lot of people do the same thing. I have one last thing.
Okay.
That's a pretty good deal, and it's hard to find at this price. And this is a 1/0
Dude, you had me there because I was like, what could he be talking about? Hard to find
at this price. A 1/0 amp kit under $200.
Yeah, that is
quality
with an RCA. Yeah,
with an RCA. T-Spec makes, in my opinion, in my experience,
that's the V10, which is they're really Well, I don't use those RCAs, but they're nice RCAs apparently.
I'm using them in the Trooper because I got this kit and I bought the 4-channel, so we'll see. I haven't actually used it, but I like all their accessories too. I like their fuse blocks and stuff. I think I like the way
T-Spec make great fuse blocks. Yeah.
So, and the wires, it's conforming all the way around. It's like the thickness of the jacket's the same.
Yeah. No, it's nice.
And most of this kit is tinned. I actually bought this kit. But Chris, I would 100% get T-Spec over the new concept.
Yeah, me too.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I have messed with a lot of wire over the years of doing YouTube.
Yes, you have.
To me, T-Spec is up there, and this is oversized. So like a Stinger 1/0 is actually a little bit smaller than what the T-Spec is, but also very high quality.
Yeah, and I think we get the kit down from this.
Yeah,
which is like the V8 or some shit like that. I don't know. It comes with the gray RCA, normal standard RCA.
Yeah.
We buy that one kit from them because it has a 40 amp fuse. It's a regular mini 8 gauge kit. We use that with the Rockford P300 kits.
Yeah.
Price wise, it's like the best value. So we're trying, because we know that's a price driven product. So we were trying to find a price driven kit. I miss Monster Cable RCAs. Yeah.
You know what? I have big beef with Monster Cable RCAs for this reason. They used to always pull the metal end off the RCAs because they were so damn tight. If you didn't loosen them off a little bit, that's the only beef. They were high quality though.
Have you ever thought to make a dash speaker mount similar to that Alpine setup they had made? Oh, for the GM. No, I've never thought to do that. There's a lot of things I don't think about past after I'm doing them just because, but no, that's not a bad idea. I mean,
yeah.
There again, it's kind of as time goes on, we'll see what makes sense. Okay, so here's like a problem. All right, so we're talking about making all these cool things, right? What's the value? What's the value in a 3D printed treater bracket? So today we're working on this Honda Civic that we're putting some Morel HEs in. Great value, fantastic. There again, price point package. And I sold them the Morels, and normally the Honda has a pretty decent sized tweeter. And the new Civic, it uses some lollipop looking crappy ass speaker for the tweeter. And the Morels are just like too big. So now it's like, okay, how do we get a tweeter into this tweeter pod without just cutting it flat, slapping the tweeter in, covering it in sound treatment, as an attachment or silicone or some bunk ass way of doing it. Listen, there again, however you do your installation, that's you. We don't do it that way. That's us. And so it's like, you spend 2 hours building a tweeter pod bracket, like,
yeah,
so that it can all plug in factory and look fantastic and be perfect. And then you 3D print it, right? And it's like 35 minutes to print it. And now you have this pod that works only on this one car with this one tweeter. What's the value in that, right? I mean, for us, it's just what it takes to do the job. But how do you tell somebody like, hey, I need to charge you $400 to put your tweeters in your dash? And it's like, what? Why? Can't you just like hot glue them in? I mean, so when you see some really creative installation shit, that's kind of why. It's like, who's going to spend the time to do that?
Yeah, I 3D printers on my list of things I want to do and get done, but unfortunately the list is long. I want it for little project like there's a broken air conditioning vent on the Trooper that I would love to replace. I could just go to the junkyard and get one. Probably honestly what I'll do, but it will be nice to have the option to do something like that.
Yeah, but even still, Chris, it's not like it's like the speaker doesn't fit in the pod. What do you glue it into place? I mean,
yeah. Remember Best Buy used to have that deal where you just pay the membership and you get installs for free. That was
or included. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And yes, we've done the Alpine R-Type three-way set. We did that in a Mustang because that's what the guy wanted. You know how I feel about Alpine, so, and I still feel the same way about Alpine.
Yeah.
Although I want to try the new ones that the 6.5 sounds like an 8. That ought to be pretty cool.
Right. You will see.
Dude, they said that in person too when I was there at Knowledge Fest. They were like, "Have you heard these?" And I go, "Nope. Tell me all about them," because she had no idea who she was talking to. And everyone, the two guys in the Alpine booth that knew who I am are just kind of looking at her and looking at me, and they're like, "Oh," and they just walked away. Like, "Good luck, lady."
What happened? And then Nando walked by and she's like, "Look, there's Nando from 5 Star Car Stereo."
Nope, no, because you can tell they look down at your name and they go, "Hi, Dean," and I go, "Oh, you just looked at my tag, okay."
Yeah.
So Base Rev. Oh yeah, another stupid name for sure.
I actually kind of, I do. I don't like a lot of their mid-range speakers, especially like the Type S, but some of their higher end Type R stuff I did like. Now, I
Yeah,
haven't
for
messed with
sure.
anything new, and their subs I did like. Even the cheap baseline subs I like. But yeah, it just depends.
So I believe listen, I'm with you on that whole AI sub thing. I really don't think it's magic like they're talking about. I really don't. I think it's just I don't really no. It's not. It can't be. Okay. I would love to be wrong, but they're basically talking like magic shit. So you know, it's like okay, yeah, yeah, and yes, I think it's like calling it a digital alarm clock. Remember when we all had digital alarm clocks?
Yeah.
It was like, what does that mean? I don't know, but it's a digital alarm clock.
It's like a hot water heater. You don't need to heat hot water, right? But here we are.
Yes, yes, yes.
That being said, we're going to be off for the next 2 weeks. So we won't see you guys to then. If you want to hear more nonsense, it's not car audio, click the link. We got Side Dag Show. We're going to talk about Predator Badlands.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
did you watch The Wrecking Crew?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll talk about both those.
Yes, which is funny because I was like, I know, like, if I don't watch whatever we're supposed to watch, like the first, like if we're gonna be off for these next 2 weeks, we're gonna pick something maybe, and it's like if I don't watch it like right away, there's no chance I'm watching it because I have not watched anything in 2 weeks.
Me
Like
neither.
last weekend with the run, I didn't even turn on my TV. They had Judge Judy on. I don't know how anybody watches that show. Like,
I don't either. But with here's a parting shot. I had these made for my golf stuff.
Yep.
So
look at that.
if somebody wants one of these, the first 10 people just email me your shipping address, high5vega@gmail.com. I'll send you one. It says golf, it's hard on this side. High5 Vega Golf Club. high5vega@gmail.com. I'll mail you
had
one.
those made?
I had them made. Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap too.
Oh, I might have to get some.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can do and both. Yeah, we can talk about it. It's cheap. So I'm thinking about making some for the channel too when I start back up.
Yeah.
All right.
Might have to get some. Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day.
See you in 2 weeks.